I never used to be much of a fan of puzzle games. Part of that's because I'm stupid, but I always thought the majority of them were just boring. You play one, you've played them all, right? Most puzzle games, still to this day, are all almost exact clones of each other. There are a million variations of Tetris, Pac-Man, Bejeweled, Bookworm, you name it. Even Battle Chef Brigade, which we reviewed recently, for all its uniqueness, even the puzzle sections there were just a standard match 3 thing. But these days, there's more variety in the puzzle gaming scene than ever before. You've got games like Echo Chrome and the upcoming Gorog, that are trying different things. There's also Slayaway Camp, which for all I know is the most unique puzzle game in the world. It certainly feels like a breath of fresh air, but it doesn't use its unique premise of turning you into a serial killer as a crutch. There's plenty of substance in this once mobile exclusive puzzle game. Slayaway Camp puts you in the shoes of a serial killer, and it's your job, no, your destiny, to guide this killer to their victims. Now that's a pretty gruesome concept, but the game livens things up with some clever ideas. The first is that you're not really a killer, you're an actor in a movie. Each level is framed around a film. Slayaway Camp 2, Slay Away with a Vengeance, Live Free or Slay Away, that kind of thing. You select levels at a video store, there's director commentary in the bonus levels detailing behind-the-scenes accidents, and you get paid based on how well you perform kills between levels, which come down to QTEs. The game is also bursting with humor. The cutscenes are all spoofs of famous horror movies, and the voiceover is delightfully cheesy. The kills themselves are equally absurd, like throwing a beehive at somebody or stomping on someone like they're a Goomba. This is further sold by each of the kills having silly names like Farewell to Arms when you chainsaw someone's arms off, or Pincushioned when you shoot someone with a nail gun. This game just oozes cheese like a melting Wisconsin dairy farm. All these goofs help couch the fact that you're going around murdering people, but it also takes the edge off the gameplay, which can get unbelievably difficult relatively early on. This is a sliding tile game, essentially. You move your killer around a board in 4 cardinal directions. Whatever direction you send them, they'll go flying off that way until they hit an obstacle, or die. It's your job to maneuver them in such a way that they get to their target and then leave the area. It starts out easy enough at first, with almost highlighted paths for you to take, but the game gets progressively more difficult with the introduction of bottomless pits and hot lava that can kill you, cops that'll arrest you if you stop on the tile in front of them, telephones that can be used as distractions, and shelves that can be knocked over and block your path or your victim's path, and of course can also kill people. This being a puzzle game, it's difficult to judge how easy or hard it is overall. Everyone will have their own threshold, but for me, I made it through the first 2 or 3 levels pretty easily, which are divided up into about 16 sub-levels each, before I just hit a wall. It was getting steadily more difficult, and I had to use a few hints here and there, but I was still getting through. But then all of a sudden, on about the 4th movie, that was it. I just couldn't get past a single level without staring at it for 15-20 minutes, trying and retrying it over and over and over again, often repeating the same mistakes, hoping they'd somehow turn out to be right. Unfortunately, it got to a point where I just started to skip sub-levels, and that was pretty much over. This is probably the kind of game that you are going to want to play on your phone, or the Switch, as you're not going to want to or be capable of playing for more than 1 or 2 sub-levels at a time. But if you can get past that, you'll find there's a surprising amount of depth here. If you don't blow all your money on hints like I did, you can use it instead to buy either new kill animations, or use it on a mystery box that will give you a new killer to play as. I've been blowing all my money, aside from the hints, on that box, going back and replaying the levels, trying to save up and hoping I eventually get the Gemsaw killer, but to no avail. At least then that'd make sense that I suck at killing people.